In today's video, we're going to catch up on a bunch of things Joomla. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to Watch Me Work live stream number 209 here on the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel, where I show you my favorite extensions, tools, and tips for building and maintaining Joomla sites. I also build Joomla sites, maintain them, migrate them to Joomla 4. If you're looking to hire someone short-term or long-term, or even just to get you out of the spot, send me an email, tim@cybersalt.com, and let's talk. Today's video is brought to us by our channel sponsor, mysites.guru. Head on over to mysites.guru, get a free site audit for your Joomla site. Excuse me, I've been eating crackers. And while you're there, check out all the tools and information that will save you time and money managing one or multiple Joomla sites. You know that mysites.guru also has, you can create team accounts on your account, so people that are helping you maintain sites can have access to their own sites, and do that with mysites.guru as well. I was doing that with one of my team members last night. All right, well, hello everybody. The last time that I saw you was 2 weeks ago from the deck of my daughter's house in Toronto, where I was on vacation, and then last Wednesday was my last day of vacation. Well, full day, spent that with my parents, and now I am back. I didn't really have a topic for today, so I thought that we would just do some general talk and catching up about Joomla. There's lots that we can look at and discuss, and some cool things I've got lined up here. I will say that next week, Ruud van Lent is going to join us. He's an online community hub, and he's going to show us how to set up an article paywall on your Joomla site. I had a client make a passing comment saying they wish that they could find a good article paywall, and I talked to Ruud about that, and he's going to show how to set that up. And he's also done a little bit of work, so it works well with one of his OCH subscriptions. So that will be next week. So in the meantime, let's turn our attention to the screen, and I'm going to check out chat here, and we will get going. Hello to Bjorn and Mary and Ivor, who are there. Right, screen computer capture. There we go. Good to see you all. Oh, happy first day of summer, everyone. Today is the summer solstice, so if you're in the southern hemisphere, the sun is coming back to you. If you're in the northern hemisphere, the sun is leaving us after today. So there we go. All right, now you'll see the first thing I've got on the screen here is some interesting Joomla news that came along, and some things. I've got some comments and discussion to make here. Close that little in the butt corner. And that was this update from Joomla Shack about their extensions and their products. And they have given a list, a final list of what is going to continue of their extensions in Joomla 4 and what is not going to continue. Now, it's a very interesting article, and I'll paste that in the chat there. Of course, Joomla 3 end of life within less than 2 months away now, so that's exciting. What really struck me about them putting out this list, not only is that it is always good to communicate with clients and with the community, is that this is a business decision. And I really appreciate that, and I respect that, because we have a lot, businesses have a lot on their plate, and I'm finding this out a lot more, increasingly in the new ways too with my own business in the last number of years since I've gotten into business full-time myself. And that is that sometimes you have to make decisions, and they might not always be popular. So for instance, if you are a user of any of these extensions here, you're super happy that they're continuing. If you're a user of any of these extensions here, well, you're probably disappointed. You're probably disappointed that these are not continuing on. Now, you know that I'm doing support for PHP web design that makes Migrate Me 4 and Stage It, and I've been handling the support for those extensions. I started doing so back in October, and just by accident yesterday I realized, because I had set up a task in ClickUp, but whenever I get an email to the support for PHP web design, it creates a task in ClickUp. I don't actually use those tasks because I just do it right from the mailbox and keep up. But since October, So what's that? We've got so July, August, September. So in 9 months, back and forth, there's been 1,200 support emails. It doesn't really seem like 1,200 because you just that's over 9 months of doing a bunch, but it takes time and it takes effort, and so I can appreciate doing that support and handling that there is a lot of there's a lot of effort and time and expense for supporting extensions and for working on them. And so I would not be surprised if at certain times template companies or extension companies look at what they're doing, and they just have to make some tough decisions in order within their business for the viability of their business. So I share this list here about Joomla Shack, just saying that, hey, here's a company that is making decisions that they need to make for their business, for whatever reasons they're making it for their business, but they need to do that. If a company does not, and this applies to those of us that are like freelancers too, right? I mean, I have my own company, but I really am very much a freelancer, although I'm trying to build up a team or learn how to build up a team. But if a company does not manage their stuff well, the company will just close altogether. And so as much all the people that are happy that all of these extensions are continuing, if Joomla Shack does not manage their business and make tough decisions or decisions along the way here, it's possible that other things could be affected. Now, I have no secret knowledge or any knowledge. I'm just speaking generally about business now. So I have no secret knowledge or general knowledge about why Joomla Shack made these decisions. Although we can read in the article up here their explanation, and you can see some of the extensions they were able to update in the afternoon. Some biggest extensions took over a year. And it says, as we learned more about the Joomla 4 update process, we came to decisions about each product. We evaluated how many people were using it, how difficult it was to upgrade, and whether the product still had value for users in 2023. And so here's the list of Joomla Shack products that they have. So, anyways, I don't know what... and obviously, if these are not used by a bunch of people, then that's a decision they had to make. One thing that I would say to people out there is that if you really like the extensions that you're using from a company, any company that you're using, then support them. Especially if they have a paid version, buy the paid version if you're able to, and use it. And anyways, I think just on a side note, because then I'm going to branch out and to continue on another theme with this here. Maybe that side note has just totally left my brain. When I have extension ideas and I've gone looking for developers to make them, one of the common things I run into is that they don't want to do it because then they are going to have to end up supporting it. So definitely have learned that, because for me, just download an extension, it's there, it's great. Hey, why not make an extension? And other people can use it because that's awesome. But it needs to be supported. It needs to be updated. That takes time. And if it's not a money maker, there's a lot of love given to Joomla for free, extensions that we all do in contributing to the community. But we also need to eat, and developers, extension developers, need to balance their time of what they're doing for free on the free extensions and supporting and developing the paid extensions and trying to make a living here. Mary says, yep. Mary says, I decided to fire a longtime client last week. Very hard decision, but for you, it was really best for you. All right. Yeah, that's another tough decision. Good for you, Mary. Those are hard, but every now and then having to fire a client is necessary. I have a client that I've been trying to get to pay me for months and months and months for work that I did. And they're not getting back to me. And so I kind of gave them an ultimatum. realizing that giving that ultimatum, they might leave, and they did leave. And I'm still reaching out to them for payment for the work that I did. They've not even made an offer to pay for some of it. Periodically, sometimes things get to a mess where you're just ready to accept an offer to settle things. But the way I handled that situation was I realized that they might leave, but it had reached the point after months where it was just annoying me so much that they were not getting back to me that I decided, okay, I like the income from them as a client, but it just was not working. So yeah, that's a tough decision. Yeah. Now back to tough decisions then. So anyway, just to clarify, hey, I'm not not on Joomla Shack's case here for doing this. I recognize decisions need to be made, and when you make decisions, people are happy or unhappy, and that's what happens in business. Now, when this was posted on the Joomla Shack Facebook group there, and it put me in mind of a site we've probably talked about before at some point, probably a long time ago, and that's this killedbygoogle.com. There's a list of products here. Let me put that in the chat here. There's a list of products here on this site that Google has killed down through the years, and look, there's 288 of them. So now, Steve from Joomla Shack, I shared this. I said, hey, every now and then I think of killedbygoogle.com and that sometimes things just aren't, some of the things that I do in my business aren't going to continue forever, or maybe shouldn't. And he joked about, was that me way saying that they weren't as good as Google or something like that? And I said, well, that they were as bad a company as Google. And I just commented back laughing that they maybe not as good a company as Google. I don't know. I mean, who wouldn't like to be as big as Google? But they've got headaches too, and they're not they're not everything to do is great. Anyways, 288. The drop down breaks into 57 apps, 29 services, hardware 22. So we can skip all the way down to the bottom here. Google Desk Bar 2003-2006. Google Answers, Rightly. Some of these I never even heard of. Google Video Player, Google Video Marketplace, Google Click to Call. So a whole bunch of things. So again, just a reminder to all of us in how we spend our time and invest our energy. What are the things that we need to focus on? And what are maybe some of the things we need to drop that are not working? I am sure that for every single one of these things that were dropped, that there were people that were disappointed. But Google pressed on. And, you're talking about early days here, 2003. That's like 20 years ago. You do not build a business by clinging and keeping all of these things going if nobody's using them, or you don't see a future or things for them, or things have turned. Now, the latest thing I was surprised to see in this list. So this is sort of not a Joomla thing, but it's related to us. It's tech. Look at this last one. Google Domains. Dead as a doorknob in 3 months. Google Domains was a domain name registrar operated by Google. It will be over 9 years old. I'm amazed. Hello, Stefan. Oh, Stefan just came back from Rome in Italy. Hey, that's great. I hope you had a great trip. Were you there for a Joomla thing, or were you on vacation? I was super surprised that Google's stopping that as a registrar. Google is no longer going to operate as a registrar. First of all, I was curious, what is it about being a registrar that Google does not want to do? Stefan says, no Joomla, just vacation. Oh, that's great. I'm glad. I hope it was a restful vacation, or was it a vacation that you need to rest from now? Ivor says he's noticed that difficult customers tend to pay when using a debt collection agency. Yes, they do tend to. Yes, they do tend to pay. You know, this client, I thought about debt collection. I thought about small claims court. They're in Canada. I'm still in talk with them, and maybe they're watching now. But still have the connections open, but I can't dwell on it. And if for the amount that it is, I can't let it totally throw me off. I've spent so much time trying to work on it anyway, so I hear you. Stefan says no, a vacation both ways. Yes, so a vacation that was restful and one you need to rest from. Good. It does still recharges our battery. What is it? Electric cars, when they're braking, their battery's still getting recharged, but there's a lot going on there. Mary says she was surprised as well about Google domains. She thinks I may have hit the nail on the head about the qualifications of being a registrar. Yeah, I don't know if it's the qualification. You'd think that they would be qualified. I don't know. But now, as Johan has pointed out there, they sold it to a commercial registrar. Yes, because, and this is how I found out who they sold it to in this Killed by Google Twitter account. These are all, there's Reagan and Bush Sr. and some others in there. So this is an old-time government picture from the States, but it says dropped.zip on the world, sold Google domains to Squarespace. Google sold their domain registrar service. They're not just, so they're not technically, I guess, killing it, but they sold it to Squarespace, and I was surprised when I saw that. So then I went looking, and here's a Mashable article here. I'll paste the link here. Man, it's got a lot of tracking stuff in it, but it's not. The link is actually even too long to put in here. All right, I think that link will work. Let's just make sure I post the thing up here. Yeah, it worked. Now, so Google Domains sells to Squarespace as Google surprisingly, exits domain registration business. $180 million they sold to Squarespace. Now, that's interesting. That's a lot of money for you and me. Well, maybe not for Ivor. But that's a lot of money for you and me. But that, $180 million, that's coffee money for Google. Interesting, having just said that, the fact that they sold it for $180 million, that might show that maybe it was just too small for Google. Maybe it's just too small a thing and they wanted to focus on bigger things. Maybe maybe the amount of money they were making from that was not a big enough return for the amount of time and attention and an effort that would take. For instance, let's take a zero off of that. Let's say that you've got something that you're let's take the million off. Let's say that you've got a part of your business and it takes a lot of attention, but it's only making you it's only making you $100 a year, and but it's still it's there. It's $100. Excuse me. It's $100. You like offering the service. It's there. It's good, and you get some leads from it maybe, but really it's not doing much. And for the amount of time that you are working on that or maintaining it, if you put that effort into something else, you could make $300 a year. Well, it makes sense if you can find someone to pay $180 for it to just get rid of it and do something else. Yes, Michael, we're just talking about the Google Domains thing here, just flowing along on just catching up on Joomla things and tech things. So I was surprised that Google Domains was selling. Also, so that's not a lot for them. So maybe Google just wanted to get out. Maybe, who knows, what there's something paying for them or that. But then I was surprised that Squarespace bought it as well. Now, Squarespace, all right, which All right, I'll just say it for us that do Joomla and things like that. Squarespace is a junk. We sort of have the idea that it's a junk hosting company, right? Squarespace, Wix, GoDaddy, they've got. But having said that, that's how we feel about it, what we think about it. But it's those companies, as we've said before, are helping their clients, accomplish something that they want to do. And yes, if you're with Wix, like I have a client who's with Wix. He hasn't used me. I was doing Google Ads for him, not doing it anymore. He's had problems with Wix, and when I see what he's trying to do with his business, man, I see a lot more things that he could do with Joomla and with doing things a better way than he can with Wix. But his business is full up, and he doesn't need more clients. So really, his little web page that he has on Wix is working for him. Right? It's not the best. He could grow his company more. He could do more, but it's fine. So all of these, having when I say junk hosts, all of these companies are providing something, and so it's just I think that we can be very proud of what Joomla is, but we have to be careful that we don't have that superior attitude, a superiority attitude of we're the only good thing on the internet for web pages. There's lots of good things happening. Michael says he moved his main domain name to his host 2 days ago. Okay. Ivor says we are registrars for .no domains. It's very little earning per domain. You need to have a lot of domains. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, there's not a lot of money in domains. I offer domain management and registration just to my clients. I don't compete for it. I've got a few from back when I thought, oh great, another client, I'll register domain for them. But I'll tell you, per year, and for me, because I don't do much volume, I have to pay $16 US for a domain to register it for someone. And I charge, say, $25, which is huge, high. So first of all, you can get it cheaper other places because there's companies like Wix or GoDaddy that if you register with them, they try to upsell you. So it's a loss leader for them to not make much on domain registration. All right. And someone say, wait, well, you're making $10. No, you're making $9 on that. Yes. And for that $9 over the whole year, which is less than $1 a month, when that person, when one of those clients, they don't all do it, but one of those clients doesn't pay, I have to email them, say, hey, your domain's going to, just remember your domain's going to expire. Or they call me up and say, oh, what's the password for my account to get in to pay this bill? Or they say, oh, here, I'll send it to you, I'll transfer it to your email, I'll transfer it to your account, and then I have to go and mark it as paid. Like, I end up doing sometimes half an hour's work helping these people pay their $25 bill, of which I'm making $9. So I do offer it for my clients who are doing a bunch of other things with me. So if they're hosting with me, or I'm doing the monthly Joomla management package, or I'm migrating or doing something, or if they move to me and I'm making more than that, then that's great. I'm happy. But I don't try to get a lot of people to register domains through me. So yeah, there's not a lot of money in that. Let's see, move my main domain to, So there's not a lot in there. Creative Whirl is in chat. Excuse me. Hello. Yes, it has been a long time. Hello, Valerie. Valerie, I was just in Ontario. Not anymore though. Good to have you back. Yes. Ivor. Oh, and the fee to Nor ID is $5,000 or more just to become a registrar. Now, Ivor, you're a registrar. Does that mean you've paid $5,000? By the way, I randomly picked you as to joke about that $180 million was not much money. I have no knowledge of how much money Ivor has or doesn't have. That was just a random name pick. But Ivor, if you paid $5,000 to become a registrar, then my hat is off to you. Okay, Ivor says not anymore. You just have a certain number of domains and register a fixed amount per month. Yeah. I'm a reseller with OpenSRS, and the company that I bought in November has a bunch of GoDaddy domains. So I've got some domains registered with GoDaddy. I'm slowly transferring them over to my preferred registrar. Okay, so yeah, so Square. All right, so all that said about junk hosting and stuff like that, and being fair, because there's lots of companies doing lots of things. It's all fine. I'm impressed that Squarespace has bought that, and as we read further down this article, it says, all right, so Squarespace, as part of the deal, Squarespace would become the new domain registrar for more than 10 million domains already registered with Google Domains by Google customers. Ivor's got 800 .no, which is the .norway, right? Domains, using enum for all other. Then you have about 900 .com, .nets, etc. Wow, good for you, Ivor. Killing it. See, now, this makes sense for Squarespace to buy this, because along with the 10 million domains, let's say on average people have 2 domains. That's 5 million new clients that they can reach out to. That's crazy. And if you can take those, if you could make $100, so that's 5 million new clients. If you could make $100 off of half of those, 2.5 million, 125. That's $250 million that you could make just selling them hosting, or getting them into getting them onto Squarespace, selling them packages for managing SEO, or any of the other upsells that Squarespace has. So it's smart for them to do that, and that's pretty interesting. It also probably propels Squarespace into sort of like a whole new realm of being a company, although maybe they already feel that way. It does say that the acquisition makes Squarespace one of the largest domain name registrars in the world, behind only GoDaddy, Namecheap, and 2Cows. Now, 2Cows is who I do domains with, OpenSRS. So, yes. Michael, good question. How many domains are purely for email? Okay, that's a good point. Or Google sites, yes. And there may be people who have bought, they might be just sitting on domains. Yeah, and Ivor says if you have the domain, customer tends to also have mail and web hosting on the same. Yeah. Anyway, so pretty cool move. Let's see here. Google originally launched Google Domains in 2014. However, the service remained in beta up until March 2022. Based on the sales copy of the Google Domains website, Google appeared to view the service as a way to boost its business email and app product, Google Workspace, formerly known as G Suite. Paying Google Workspace subscribers can use their own email address. Yeah, I do that with my main.com. Google Domains often receive positive reviews from customers for its simple and focused user interface, which is stark contrast some of its competitors. All right, yeah. So who knows what Squarespace's is like? I did feel a little bit mournful in that I've never transferred a domain from Google Domains to my registrar, so I've never seen their interface. Usually, I help most, and again, I'm not doing that many domains. I just thought, oh man, if I ever get someone on Squarespace who wants to transfer, I wonder what it'll be like to navigate and go in and find that. That said, I'm not getting a lot of people from Squarespace. Partly because I think, and again, I think this is, as far as demographics that every company does, people that are happy with Squarespace are really not in the demographic or the target audience that my business appeals to. For instance, nobody who's happy with Squarespace is finding me through Google, through Joomla videos. There's no leads coming from that. I would think that probably the most likely thing is that if you know someone locally who has a Squarespace site and they're unhappy, you could pick them up by pitching them building a site. But as far if I have a funnel and I don't have an intentional built like funnel like ClickFunnels or anything like that, but when I consider all the ways that I find clients, Squarespace people are not in there. Michael says it was very good. To be fair, the whole process took less than an hour to transfer. Yeah, some of these domain people, when you transfer, says, oh, it'll happen in 5 days or 7 days. It could probably happen right away. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow there's a reason for that, or for some reason, but yeah. Mary says, what is funny about this is that you just help somebody move a domain from Squarespace to Google Domains. That is good. Surprise. Okay, well, yeah. All right, very interesting story there. All right, so oh, Mary says, yes, you work for domain registries because of all the fraud transfers. Yeah, I guess so. Giving those days. It gives people a chance to read the emails that, yes, you want to prove this. And I also get this. I think you guys probably have experienced this. Managing domains for people is one of the, changing name servers is one of the biggest pains that there is. That client that says, oh, yeah, I don't know how to log into my domain, or I don't know how to change the name servers. Oh, I don't have the password. It's pretty secure, and it makes sense that it's secure because you don't want it easy for people to just steal your domain. And even though I'm sure that's an issue out there, it certainly isn't an issue like spammers robocalling or calling text or some of these scam YouTube videos that are coming out for commercials now. So this is really buttoned down. This has to be secure and work. So that's a good reminder, Mary. Ivor says it depends on the time to live value, how long it will take to update all the DNS servers around the world. Yeah. Oh, Stefan says, what happened to video recording from J-Day USA? You still haven't seen it. Is that the session that you were in? If you log into the J-Day USA site, Stefan, then you'll be able to see all the videos there. They are behind the paywall for the first year. So, okay, so yeah, you said yes. Anybody who paid for J-Day USA ticket to attend can see those videos. You just have to log on to the site. Also, it's still available for people to buy tickets, I think, to register and to watch that. All right. Yeah, some are out. They're all edited. I know the ones from 2022 are all out and on YouTube. All right. I'll have to log in and look and see. Maybe they're not all up yet. They were all edited by the beginning of May, middle of May, I think they were. But maybe I'll look into that. Or you could maybe probably best just to ask them. That might be good too, because if that will actually put it in the hands of put it in the inbox of somebody who either can answer right away, or maybe there's a problem and that be the person. It's probably, and I think the person that manages that web page is Olivier. All right, so next, let's move along here. Back to more Joomla related stuff. Oh, Bjorn says summer and bad sound quality. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think our session, well, I edited our session. the session that I did with 4 people, Stefan being one of them. So, okay. Joomla Community Magazine is out. Here is the June issue, and in the June issue, let's go continue reading. This month's issue, and we're not going to look at all these things, but a lot of things to check out. The 4th episode of the exploration of Joomla Web Services APIs by Mark DeChevre. All right, so if you're following that along, great. Mark's been doing that talk all over the place. He's super excited about it, and rightfully so, about adding content through the API. An update about the redesign of Joomla.org websites with the upcoming Joomla 5 version by Philip Walton. Yeah, so the desire is that once Joomla 5 comes out, I think is October, right? Is that the Joomla.org websites are going to have a redesign, so he's updating about that. An interview with Francisca Parisa on how she discovered Joomla by Serge Billion. Our Serge. Don't know if he's in the chat here today, but good for you, Serge. So definitely want to check that out. Article on the activities of the Joomla user group Maastricht. Yes, Mark was on the Joomla user group yesterday, and he was at Joomla Day France last week doing that talk. So, Dan Etchell made us discover powerful SEO options integrated in Joomla 4. Michael shared the results of his attempt upgrading Joomla 5. Cool. Viviana Menzel showed us how to style your website's articles with Newsflash. Astrid Gunter shared her experience of Joomla in Cyprus on E2E testing. Anna de Krom shared a tutorial on how to embed videos in your articles. Philip Walton announced the recent awards won by Joomla. Yes, more awards. I got to put those on my site so that people can see why I use Joomla. Anna shared I think it's Anna, perhaps it's Anja, Anna, shared an article about upcoming Joomla leadership elections. Crystal Dionyasopoulos published a letter call to create healthier community, and Laura Gordon tells us all we need to know about Joomla user group. So lots of stuff to read in there. Okay, so, and I think here's the current issue here, and here are the articles. Some of them in here. All right. Great. All right. As you can see, I'm snacking away on my breakfast here this morning. Today is crackers and water. Water and crackers. It's like I'm in prison. But that's what I get for getting up late. All right. So if you've got other Joomla things to talk about, by all means put them in chat. But I thought we would also today go and I'm going to have to refresh and log in here because I'm sure I'm logged out. I thought we'd go and check out and see what some of the new extensions are that have been released for Joomla lately too. Okay, recently updated. No, newest first. And by the way, I think I mentioned this. I was talking to my friend yesterday who has a computer building company, and I started talking to him about the specs of another computer to add here for my live streaming, and that will help me do my videos faster and crunch them in that. So that is going to happen, I guess maybe in, I don't know if I'll have it by the end of the week, but I'm going to be switching up some things. I'm going to stop using Streamlabs OBS because I've learned that they're a terrible company. Going to start using OBS and see what changes happen. Okay, Mary's got something there. This would be a cool thing to check out if I haven't. I almost think that. Let's see here. Oh, this plugin automatically generates open graph images for your site's pages. All right. Yes, I haven't seen that, and I might. We might check that out. Oh, maybe we'll check that out later. This was released in March. I did see this come out, and it's. Let's see. This template automatically operates open graph images for your site's pages. These images are used when sharing a link to your site on social media. The images are generated from a template image with superimposed title text. By default, the article text used is, in order of preference, the core content category or article's title, the page title you've set up in the menu item, or the page title Joomla has generated for the page. Your templates can use an image as well. It can be the category image, the article intro or full text image, or an image you provide in a custom field, the name of which you can choose per menu item. This works best on sites which make extensive use of article images. Yeah, okay. Foca has a plugin that will grab, which will also grab the first image in your site on a page. So interesting. Okay. It's definitely something to check out. And for me, I don't really use any. I often don't have images set up for category, anyways. But I usually don't. I'm not usually. Oh, the article intro or full text image. I don't usually use those fields when doing articles. I would just bomb the image right in. But that's cool that it does automatically, and I like that it puts the title on there. All right, I'm going to tuck that away. All right, latest extensions here on Joomla. Available on Joomla. Oh, in fact, let's do this here. Why don't we play around with that right now? Let's see how that works. Again, all right, so this is GitHub, so I have to figure out how to download the file. Stefan, have a good night. See you again soon. Hello, and Imran. Hi, Imran. Imran says hi. Did you miss a lot of things? Yeah, Imran, we talked about some things, but watch the replay. We, saw a list of things that Joomla Shack is not continuing on for Joomla 4. They have a lot that they do. And then we got kind of segued into that Google Domains is selling to Squarespace. Valerie says, haven't switched to Joomla 4 and obviously need to soon. Going to start with a site that only has Joomla Core and regular Labs extensions, which are well supported. There are old Akiba extensions that have to be first removed. Joomla backend is recommending Magic Eraser software. Anyone have experience with it? Apparently, it's quite aggressive at removals. Yes, Valerie, I've shown Magic Eraser here on the channel. All it does is erase things that are not needed any longer on your site. So if Nick from Akiba, who is married to Crystal Dianasopoulos, if Nick from Akiba were to come to your house and sit down and log onto your Joomla site and remove, based on his knowledge, what was no longer needed anymore, that would be the same thing as running that. So you're fine with it. It's no problem. And it's way easy. And I think you could find it on my channel, a demonstration of it. But yeah, definitely do that. So you haven't switched to Joomla 4 yet. Going to start with a site that has Joomla Core. If you have a lot of content on your site, then you might want, I would recommend that you use the migration process. And also don't forget to check out a great tool that I recommend and that I'm doing support for the company mentioned before is Migrate Me 4. It is really, really great for migrating sites. So if you don't want to re-enter all of your stuff or start over from scratch, I think it's easier to remove things from a Joomla 3 site and then migrate it than it is to just start over and then copy all your content over. So I like that. Yes. Contact the video. Let's see. Let me just find it for you right now. Where am I? If I click on here. Oh, by the way, while I was on vacation, as you will see here when I go in here, I crossed over 4,000 subscribers. I did not put out anything about it because I think I put out something at 2,500 and maybe at 3,000. I'm probably not going to make a big deal until I reach 5,000. As you can see, at 74 in 28 days, in 10 months, it's probably going to be another year. Thanks, Emran. It'll probably be another year. But let's see, magic. Okay. So usually I can search here. I just have to remember. Let's see, magic. Oh, let's just go to YouTube. Let's see here. YouTube end.com. Come on in, magic eraser. Joomla. Let's see if I mention it somewhere here. Oh, there we go. I think it might be this. Let's see. Can I remove FOF files? I think that's the one here. Let's click on that. And I have to pause this right away. This is from, let's see. Yeah, this is the video. Yeah, I found it. All right. Yes, thank you, Bjorn. Yeah, it is growing. Valerie, does Migrate Me 4 handle Gantry 5 framework and templates well? And the guaranteed satisfaction here. I'll show you PHP. Yeah, let me just send you the link to that. And to answer your questions, we will go to here. All right, so this link here, all of your questions, I've got a video here. So basically your question about does it handle Gantry 5 framework, here's what it does. It creates a staging area where your migration is tested. So if you run your migration and there's something that's not ready or it breaks your site, your live site is still fine. You go back and you change it. So it actually does not, it does handle Gantry 5, but it handles in the sense that it creates a staging area, makes a copy of your tables, makes a copy of your website, runs the extension, and then if your Gantry 5 is up to date, then your extensions are going to work fine. But this tongue-in-cheek, but also honestly, the support is great, and satisfaction guaranteed. I don't think I've been unable to satisfy anybody who ran into problems. And typically, what I end up doing is helping people with the initial steps of their migration. There's very few problems with Migrate Me 4 that you run into. There's lots of settings to try to get it run on your server, but yeah, so it's fine. I'm confident in recommending it. I'm so confident in it, I stuck my face on the video. But as you know, my face ends up in a lot of videos. All right, so now let's go back to, well, I think I needed that tab here. All right, so let's download Social Magic 1.0.2. And I'm just going to put it into my Joomla 4 folder here. And it's sort of, I guess it's sort of an Akiba thing, so we'll put it there. All right, now let's go back into this extension, this site here. And, all right, I have the default content in here. Excellent. So now let's install. Let's upload the package file. And I think, where did that download to? Well, we'll just browse. Joomla 4. Akiba, Social Magic. All right, so now I think we probably have to go to System and Plugins. We'll sort by ID to get the newest one at the top, and let's take a look at it. We'll enable it. Generate Open Graph Images, default template. Oh, template options. Here we go. Overlay, template image. Template width. And height. Font. Wow, lots of things in here. Very cool. Here's another template. $1,200 by 640. 12 by 640. Here's okay. Oh. Okay, default template. Oh, none of your sites are live. Okay. By that you mean none of your, like, by live I mean like that are online. All right. I like this. Hey, buy me a cappuccino. Did this save you time? I've been meaning forever to put buy me a coffee on my site somewhere. It's one of the oldest emails I've yet to deal with. Okay, and oh, this automatically removes generate images on a cron if they've not been used for a while. This is where the images go. All right, well, let's just do this. Implicit conversion from float loses position on the deprecated. Okay, so that might be because I'm not using this error. Might be because of the PHP version I'm using. I'm not sure. Let's check this out. Let's check out this your modules. Yeah, let's go your modules. And then let's go to Facebook's URL debugger. Yes. Well, yes, and I have error reporting on. That's right, Imran. So if I turn it off, that would disappear. Let's put this URL in here. Oh, and then I get this crazy thing here. On my computer, any browser that I use, even Edge is doing it. It's randomly going to other languages. And look down here. This is doing Portuguese. Yeah, it happens to me on a ton of things, Mary. Fetch new information and watch. It'll probably skip back anyways. No, it's not a VPN. Now, having said that, I do have shields up on that. Oh, and this time, oh, maybe it was the shields up there. But yeah, you guys are having that issue as well. Yeah. All right. So, oh, now look at there. There's the preview image. Your modules, link preview powered by Social Magic. Okay. But there's what the image looks like. Isn't that interesting? Yes, Emran, the Brave Shield. But it happens with Google Edge. It happens, yeah. Like I log into the my Zoom account, and I get all kinds of languages. I don't know what it is. I don't even know who to complain to. I mean, as far as ask for help. I've done some searching on it. They tell me just to change the language selection. I've done that. It's not working. So anyways, all right. Yeah, thanks. Hey, Mary, that's pretty cool. Your modules, and it takes the image. That is really neat. Now, it has the... okay, so this is the overlay. Solid. Interesting, because here, oh, it by default it picks solid. Let's try overlay. Okay, so now we can go up here and we can scrape again, see if it changes. Mary says, thank goodness you're not the only one. You might just have to buckle and learn those other languages. That's a lot of languages to learn. Like I get Indonesian sometimes. Yeah, Imran says your location of Windows is the issues generator. No, you mean where you're the country that you say you're from in Windows? I don't think it's that, because it's because I'm in Canada. But yeah, it's just something that's been happening. All right, so that's pretty cool how that works. Obviously, let's try a different article. Let's try this article on love. All right, and we'll go here. And we're going to go into here, Control V, and hit Enter. Fetch new information. We'll see the different format for that. Oh, there you go. There was no image with that. That's because, which one did I select here? Overlay. A background image serves as the background of your template. Anything larger than your specified dimensions will be resized and cropped. I wonder, is there a way? Just curious, because I see that. I wonder if there is a way to change the... Yeah, Imran, I'm sure that I have that set here. Watch, let's just check this out. Language settings. Yeah, Windows, English, United States. And I've got English Canada in there as well. Yeah, so it's not that. It's something else. jcorebasicjoomla.com. All right, so no image showed up there for that love article, but I did change a different option. Let's just go to one more here. Let's go to overlay. Let's go to cutout, save, and we'll try a different article here. Here's, oh, this was blog your modules. Let's do a different one here. Let's go millions. And let's go millions of websites are built on Joomla. Go read more. No image with that one, so we don't want to do that. Well, there's images there, though. Oh, we already did love. Let's try that. So there is an image introduced to that. So let's just go up here and debug. See, there you go. It jumps back in the language. English. It gets to the point where I just try to remember where the buttons are supposed to be. Oh, now here's a different... Okay, this has a circle. Link preview powered by Social Magic. All right. Oh, Mary said she did give up on debugger and use this now. All right, let's try that. All right, let's paste that in there. Oh, okay. Interesting. No description meta tag found. Okay, that's kind of cool. And look, you can check out how things look based for Twitter and LinkedIn and Pinterest. And there's a bunch of stuff there. Oh, okay, that's cool. All right. Yeah, the URL debugger is kind of interesting, but this is a great place to go because although I do not speak, what is this here? Russian, probably. This button here, you can scrape again. So if you this happens if you accidentally don't have an image in your article and you've shared it, or you've want a different image picked up, then what you can do is you go in here and you go rescrape, and it will take another look at your page. Otherwise, what people see is a cached version of the very first share that Google saw. So Russian, yeah. Imran says it's Russian, yeah. So, all right, cool. Thanks, Mary. Yeah, I think I'm going to make a little note of that later on. In fact, let's just do this here right now. I'm going to go to, no, plugins, where was it? Oh, that was here. I'm going to do this right based on here. I'm going to create a new task. There we go. Can put this in Maintenance Monday for now. No. Okay, basic Joomla list. This idea. I'm going to copy that link, put that there. My Mary. Assign that to me. And I'm going to give that a due date of, I'll deal with that maybe on, I don't know, we'll just put Friday there. Okay. Create a new task. Those auto open graph images work great for you on a recent project. Oh, that from Lucid Fox here. Okay. And developer's pretty good too. Yeah. All right. So let's also I'm going to also create this. And go like that, shared by Mary. And again, I'm going to create a task. I'll deal with this on Friday. I'll probably have to move it into the proper, place for video ideas. But all right, Michael says it's not often Brian Tiemann recommends an extension. You've been running this cooking control on your demo site. It's very good. All right, let's check it out. N3T Joomla extension. Oh, I think I've seen this. Rings a bell. Simple but powerful cookie consent manager. Okay. All right, well, let's give that a try. Download. And there it is. Now there's a lot of, let's see. No plug. Italian. No. I must want this one here. Right? Okay. Let's do that. And let's just install that into Joomla 4. Great. And now we need to find all right, here's the site where we're at. And we're going to go System, Install Extensions. And we're going to, one of the things I'm going to try to do on my computer that I'm using for videos and things is not have a ton of stuff up here in the browser. I don't know if I'll be able to get away with that. But I might just have a dedicated browser. Maybe I'll just use Edge and just not have a lot of things. For live streaming, I probably can't get away with that, but all right, modified date. Let's go plugin cookie. All right, system, plugins. There it is. Enable the plugin. Yep. All right, first time using this plugin, read our documentation. That's nice to see. Okay. Interesting. Doesn't look like there's, it looks like there's, something that's, look at this, removing intrinsics. I think we saw that before, did we not? Maybe not. Let's turn off the Brave shields here. Maybe that will fix, there we go. Yeah, refresh the page. Yeah, it's because I had Brave shields on, so something was blocked. How it works? Great. Good documentation. That's nice. Quick setup. Yeah. All right. Well, let's do a menu item. We'll just pretend this is our privacy policy there. Okay. Rotate log. So there's lots we can look at. Cool. Consent dialog. Force consent. Yes. Cloud bar. Let's do cloud. Bottom right. Lots. Cool. Trigger. Background. Scan cookies. Okay, look at this. Based on allow unknown cookies. Block type. Blah. Wow. Okay, lots of things to set up. Here you need to define all the cookies your website uses. You can also enable automatic cookie collection. Let's do automatic. How do we do that? You can also use automatic cookie collection. Let's just go with these options here. External content using iframes could set cookies that do not belong to your domain. The only way to prevent this is to not display it until the user agrees to the conditions. Use iframe manager? Why not? Advanced template component. Okay. Expert. CSS. Import settings. Okay. So if we go save. Now didn't set up any cookies yet. Okay. Oh, cookies. Block type. Functional cookies. Oh, Imran, I'm sorry to hear that your wife was sick. That's good that she's home, and I'll definitely pray for her. It trawls your site to find cookies and makes a table from a database. Okay. All right, so what am I missing here? Oh, let's just go to the site here. Let's go to Cassiopeia. Oh, there we go. Down. Oh, you can't see that behind me, right? Let me close my face off. Which would be this one here. Yeti. No. Camera. Goodbye. This website uses cookies to ensure its proper operation tracking and approvals to understand how you interact with it. The latter will only be set. The latter will be set only upon approval. Settings. Oh, okay. We use cookies to ensure the basic functionalities of the website. You can choose for each category to opt in what you want. Preference cookies. Yes. Analytical cookies. Yes. Okay. Well, it works well out of the box. Can accept. And then we end up going to the page. And look down here at the bottom left, there's a little shadowy cookie. And where consent was granted. Great. Now, Michael says click settings. Yeah, we'll go here. Click settings. Or was that click settings for the cookie? Settings dialog. I know here, so here we block type description. Oh, scan site for cookies. There we go. Ah. Got you. Cookie scanning mode is running. To finish it, click here. Couldn't take it that long. Click here. Oh, okay. And then there's the cookies that are set up. N3TCC. Provider my Joomla. 395 days. What is that? Oh, look, we can click. Oh, this is very nice. Oh, you can look for common ones. So if we had Google Analytics on here, it would... Oh, that's very nice. All right, Valerie. Have a great rest of your day. Your afternoon there in Ontario. Valerie is... Valerie, are you still in Barrie? I think you were in Barrie, were you not? I drove through Barrie a couple times on the way to Orillia on the way back. Anyways, yeah, that's very cool. All right, so let's go here. Let's find this. It's here and copy. And I'm just going to... Oh, Toronto. Okay. Yeah, I was in Toronto a couple weeks ago. All right, new task. And this is N3T cookie. Okay, shared by Michael. And deal with this on Friday. And it will be me. Oh, and I better save that link there and create that task. Yes, that would have been fun to try to meet for coffee. Although I only had a few days, and we were doing stuff, hanging out with my daughter and her family too. So, but yeah, if you we could have gotten together. Vinny says Toronto, the capital of Canada, according to many Americans. Yes, it is not. Just interesting because a lot of people would think that Vancouver is the capital of British Columbia, the province. But Victoria is where I live. It's a much smaller city. And you would think that Calgary would be the capital of Alberta because it's probably best known, biggest, but it's actually Edmonton. So, all right, yeah, great share there, Michael. Thanks. All right, let's see. Oh, we got a lot of tabs going here. I think we can probably. Oh, this is where we want to be. Why don't we do this? Now right click, close tabs to the right, and then we will save and close. Ivor says Sweden is the capital of Norway. Okay, so let's go system. Let's check out some of these new extensions now. Keep sharing if you got things to share though. Install extensions, install from web, and let's go to newest first, and let's see what we can check out. Email to user authentication. It's the longest day in the UK. Yes, the longest day here too. You know, Facebook reminded me last week on the 14th that a year ago my wife and I had COVID. That's actually when we tested positive for it. And that reminded me that I spent much of June and July and August just exhausted and tired. And I really felt that in many ways that the summer kind of passed me by just because I was not super alert for it. I mean, it was there, of course, but anyway, so that was a great opportunity. I'm grateful that I'm not sick right now, and that to still have, even though this is the longest day, and in 6 months it'll be the shortest day, but even though it's the longest day, there's still lots of good weather ahead. So, and also don't forget that probably around the end of August, we'll probably be happy to get rid of the heat, and as September starts to settle in, and school goes back, we'll start to think, oh, okay, now the fall is here, and just the routines that we'll do. All right, email to user authentication. Let's go here. Open a new tab. What does this do? Oh, that's the image. Open link in new tab. This extension includes two plugins that permit the use of a user's email address during login and during password reset. Use of email is optional and the username method remains valid. Actions performed only in the front end. Administration interface continues to use username only. Now Valerie's leaving. Hey, and Valerie says Toronto's the economic engine of Canada. Now she just offended actually everybody in Alberta. By enabling both this plugin and the authentication Joomla plugin, a user can log in using either their username or their email address. Additionally, lost passwords can accept an email address as well as the username. Oh, okay. Little plugin so that if you want people to be able to enter in their password, log in, J3, they can actually, let's try this. Oh, J4, sorry. Let's go log in. And if you go forgot your password, choose a new password for your account, and you put in the email address, you can log in either username or their email address. Lost password risk can accept an email address as well as a username. Although right there, by default, it says is offering email address, so that means you could put your username in there. All right, cool. One extra option for people if they remember the username, but not their email address. One extra option that maybe cuts down a support request. And that's always good. Zoho Mail is a secure business email service packed with excellent features, making an excellent choice for for businesses of all sizes using Zoho. Okay, so I don't use Zoho. I won't check that out. But secure business email, Zoho. Well, let's just see. Open link in new tab. Oh, Bjorn says you've looked for that for a long time and keep at something similar. Well, there you go. Well, if you've been looking for that, maybe I should do a video on it, right? Let's open in a new tab. Open link in a new tab. All right, but Zoho. You need an active Zoho mail account, but that's always nice to have an integration, another integration. And I know I've had clients that use Zoho before, so that's good. You search Joomla, search for Joomla email and Zoho, and you've got something that you can use. Excellent. JUX under construction. Open in new tab. Now, JUX has a lot of stuff here. And this is paid download. JUX coming soon. Offline page. They've got a lot of extensions. They have 57 extensions. Let's check out their demo. Oh, Michael says, talking about email, did you look at Gmail templates? No, I did not look at Gmail templates because that was something you suggested when I was sitting on the deck, and it totally fled my mind. But that's great. Hold on for a sec here. I will do that. Watch, I have to, let's see, let's go back to here. I think I can add, yes, I do want to look into that. So, I'm going to, basic Joomla, there we go. What's going on here? Joomla basic Joomla. There we go. I'll add that list there. Gmail templates. I almost did that day, but I do want to check into that. Thank you for reminding me. And that's going to be me, and I'm going to give myself Friday to get that sorted out. Thank you. Zoho, where are we here? Did I? All right, under construction. That's open, link in a new tab. Let's see their demo. Oh, okay. Sorry, we're doing some work on the site. Oh, that's kind of nice. Got the countdown. Got you can put in your social media. Ah, that's nice. Let's see, and look at, they have a lot of stuff. Easy mega menu, CSS, Hika shop. I should maybe do one of the free extension picnics based on them. That would be worth checking out. All right, let's just do this again. Watch this. When I click on here, I'm not going to add. That's a long downtime, almost 3 years. Yes. Although I suspect that they did 3 years so that they don't have to keep resetting that clock. I wonder if the site goes back online automatically. That's interesting. Let's go back here and go back into here and make just a task here. Basic Joomla tutorials. Free extension. Let's see here. I use ClickUp for task management, and I just before going on holidays figured it out to a new level of how to use it, and it's great. I've got my inbox down to like a steady around 330 emails, but it's encouraged me that I might actually catch up on things someday. So they have a lot of things. They have a photo gallery, a team showcase. They got a bunch of things. All right, let's open that in a new tab. Let's just check out their team showcase. That obviously goes with all of their other products and extensions that they have here. Yeah, so they're putting together a really nice, a really big system of how to set up sites, which is exactly what companies need to do, right? At least in this model, all the things that you can put together. And look, they're doing a lot of stuff. So this would be an example if you were to buy a template and want to just work with one group of things you got used to, then you could work away here. Good for them. There's a lot of work going into that. Video is no longer available. YouTube account associated is being terminated. Womp womp. That might be a demo video they put on there. But anyways, lots of extensions. That's good. All right, so bot protection. Open in a new tab. Captcha.eu is the ultimate solution for GDPR compliant captcha protection. Our plugin is designed to safeguard your website against spam and unwanted bot traffic while ensuring compliance with EU data protection regulations. With captcha.eu, you can protect all your forms, including login and sign up forms. To start using our plugin, simply subscribe to the service on www.captcha.eu. Oh, okay, so this looks like Mary says, I use this from their JUX offline page. Okay. Responsive Joomla extensions. So you use their offline page. So captcha EU, is this like a new captcha company, it looks like, right? Let's just Google those guys. .eu. By the way, just not because I am stuck on seeing myself, but just so that people know if things are going on the on the screen here. This is probably not. No. Let's go back here. Let's go to demo. Captcha.eu. Okay. Captcha offers companies a solution that meets the requirements. So this is a separate Captcha company. Okay. And what is their pricing? 100 free requests. Yearly, 96 euros for up to 1,000 requests per month. All right, so this is a different Captcha company. Interesting. And look at that, download the WordPress plugin now. Oh, they even have a Joomla plugin. But hey, you know what? Kudos to them for having a Joomla plugin. Gotta respect that, right? They didn't forget about us. Integration. If you're using WordPress, of course, they don't mention their Joomla one. Oh, here we go. On the left side, Joomla integration beta. Ivor says, does convert form not have something built in? Oh, do they have their own captcha? I don't know. I mean, I love convert forms for the honeypot field. Oh my goodness. The honeypot field combined with captcha, just stop spam. I've been set up a site. I use Tasso's convert forms. You use the form for signing up to create an account, not the Joomla method. And with the honeypot in there, spam just stopped. Love it, love it, love it. Oh my goodness. All right, where are we here? All right, so JT Radio Player. Hey, okay. Let's see. Oh, you think they use captcha? Oh, okay. Well, maybe they're just reselling then. Oh, they're not. Hey, there's so many different ways. Hey, I was talking to someone yesterday who is transitioning between jobs. We'll put it that way. And there's so many different models. Even we look back at Squarespace, our discussion earlier, Squarespace and Wix and Google and all that other stuff. There's lots of different ways to make business. My son-in-law, yesterday I went over to watch a couple of our grandkids. My daughter had a migraine. He had a business meeting to go to. He owns a landscaping company. Turns out his meeting was with someone for putting in a lease on a coffee shop. So anyway, so I was talking to my wife when we got back, and I mentioned that. We kind of chuckled because he's quite the entrepreneur and sees lots of business opportunities. And we're just talking about how, the business that I've got that we can work at. And we wouldn't want to own a coffee shop. But there's people that would love to own a coffee shop and see it as a way of making money, income. So take a company that sees, hey, a lot of people are using reCAPTCHA. Why don't we create a product that automatically goes through and uses HI CAPTCHA or another CAPTCHA service, but people can use ours and they can pay us and we'll set it up and we'll just rebundle it a certain way. Why not? It's a nice way. I mean, it works. And if that works for someone, who knows? Maybe they'll have, if they have look, you only need 100 people paying you. Well, what were their prices? Yeah, what's their prices? Okay, 96 euros a year. So if you have 100 clients, that's 9,600 euros a year. Not a lot. But if you could have 1,000 clients, if you could find 1,000 people just to do that wanted something that solves the problem of the GDPR thing, 1,000, that's 96,000 euros. And what are you doing? You're running a company that is just the in between a client and someone else. Why not? Yes, Vinny, transitioning between jobs equals unemployed. Yes, and transitioning because they were transitioned, and it's too bad. I feel bad for them because they're a very nice person and probably and don't deserve what they got. But anyways, but my discussion with that person and with anyone else is that, hey, there's lots of things that you can try to get some. One of my main things advice is try to get something monthly happening, so that you can work on other projects and take things in that. So as they come along or not as they come along. So if they are reselling, good for them, right? Good for them. If they've got a nice product. And this is what I think. Years ago in Ontario, the G7 were having a meeting in Toronto. and there's a big kerfluffle because they had a picture opportunity taken in front of a virtual lake, and the virtual lake that they were taken in front of cost $1.7 million. And everybody was, so many people were complaining about this, but I had to think that somewhere there's a guy whose company got the contract for the virtual lake, and obviously there was tech in that and whatever, they bid, whatever, but somewhere there was someone who was calling home and saying to his parents, hey, guess what? I got the contract for the virtual lake, and it's a $1.7 million contract. And did those parents say to that person, son, we're so ashamed of you? No, they said, congratulations, you're doing really well, because they knew his life, they knew what he was trying to do, and whatever. And it was business, right? So why not? So, yeah, if you're making honest money and you're selling something to someone who sees value in it, that's okay. Probably the people that are really complaining most are the ones that are jealous that they did not get $1.7 million for making a virtual lake. Right, where are we looking at? 1240 here. Let's see. Okay, bot protection. Oh, JT Radio. Let's check that out. Let's go to this demo. I think my new computer is going to be faster when it's streaming, so that would be nice. Nanda Radio template, your rock channel. Oh, is there sound? I should turn this on. Let's see. Nanda Joomla. All right, let's just see this. JT Radio. Let's just open this tab and read again here. Let's see what we're looking for here. JT Radio Joomla module allows you to easily add a stylish, responsive audio player to your website. JT Radio Player, your stream. Oh, you can stream from any audio from any radio station by simply entering the station's URL. Customize the player's appearance. Module padding, radio URL, radio name. Hey, I wonder if you could do. Yeah, Vinny. People are only mad about the pet rock because they didn't think of it. Yeah. All right. I wonder if you could plug in I Love Old Time Radio as a station on here. All right, so here it is. Okay, I don't know what the sound's going to be like here, so let's go play. No playing yet, but it is cool formatting. Uh-oh. All right, I'm not going to play too much of that because I don't want to get a copyright strike on this video. But, oh, this is interesting. Say Sean Mendez. So this is a radio station somewhere. It does look very nice. Weekly program. Hey, this is looking good. Weekly schedule. All right. Oh, this is nice. Now, I don't know, the player is probably just this player, but look at this up here though. They are I just noticed here they've got 42 extensions. Let's take a quick look at them here. Let's take, so they are JoomlaTema.net. All right, so here's another Joomla Extensions and Templates company. Player Squad JT is a free Joomla module, helps you to display the player squad of your team on your site. You should enter player into the admin. Enter player info on admin area. Module has up to 5 player groups. Each group has up to 10 minutes. Oh, okay, so that's for player squad. Michael's got some dance in there, cutting the moves. Horizontal accordion Joomla templates. Commercial. Then they got some free templates here. All right. Extension demos. Again, making the point that if you are learning how to do a Joomla site and you're looking for lots of things that work all together, then there you go. Here's something. And they have a club, they download commercial extensions. Let's see what their prices are like. Please verify that you're buying a right extension. Oh, obviously. You probably, okay, so you can buy individual extensions. Okay, now Joomla 2.5 and 3, so don't see anything for 4 here. Oh, there's some 4. Headline, all right, so headline. Okay. I do like that player, it looks cool. Mod J4 STD icons. I will, STD icons, that is an unfortunate acronym in some parts of the world. Right? This module enables show the available Joomla 4 icons with names in your own site so other developers may find and search for these icons. It's free. This view is intended to be read by extension developers in need of selecting icons, so be free to use it as supporter of developers in your blog. Hints. Oh, okay. This module names the Joomla 4 icons with names in your own site so other developers may find and search for these icons. Exactly, Michael. Oh, dear. For those of you who may not know, STD is an acronym for sexually transmitted diseases. At least it's used in North America, although Michael said, oh dear, so I think it's probably an English thing. And Michael, thank you that it's only a hypodermic needle that you use the icon for. Okay, so who's the developer? What's up? Let's go see. What's up? I would like, you know what? This is free. Let's download this and see, because I don't quite standard icons, Cassiopeia and Atom. Okay, so let's put this in Joomla 4 and we'll save that. And let's go back to our Joomla 3 site. I bet you I've gone long enough so that I have timed out maybe. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I did time out here. Log in. Browse. Okay, and so it's a module. So let's go system, site modules. Yes. Yes. Where are we going to put this module? It's just to find it. Let's put it in banner and we'll publish it. And menu assignment. We're going to put it on all pages. Save. And this could be cool. Oh, there you go. Well, that's very nice. Hey, I like that. Icons from Joomla 3 were replaced partly by font.awesome icons. Icons can be used for HTML in the form iStyle font size to the class icon equals name. Available icons in Joomla 4. Isn't that nice? That's very handy. And icons from the SVG file. Icon name class. So those are icons and SVG. Strike through names till that they have no mention in the CSS file. Icons can be used for HTML. Yeah, that is useful. Okay, so these ones, these are all the icons available. Oh, these are all the ones that are used. Icons can be used for HTML in the form of this. These icon names cannot be used in Joomla functions like toolbar, helper, custom, may display the icon but interfere with general layout if further buttons have to be displayed. All right, so these can't be used, but so basically, let's do this. Let's go iStyle, font size 48, and why don't we copy. Let's do the air freshener, air-freshener, fa-air-freshener. All right, that's and we're displaying everything here too, right? So save and close. Let's go to articles. Let's go to articles, and let's go to high. And that's featured. And let's go to code. And let's go and just paste our code in there. And it was fa-air freshener. Save. Now we'll go to the home page here. Okay, that's the top there. Great. Oh man. Yeah, that's the module I put there. We'll go down here. Oh man, so many. There's high. Oh, and look at that. There is, oh my goodness. I should not have put it at the top. But there in the article, oh, hello. Interesting. It's not showing there, but it is showing here. I wonder why that is. Maybe the CSS, maybe it's not embedded. Maybe the icons are not being called there. Having said that, though, that is pretty good. Now, I almost feel bad for chuckling about the name, but all right, so let's see here. That's going to be good. That's going to be a good one here. I'm going to unblock here. And I'm going to create a new task. This will be a nice little maintenance Monday. Vinny's got Font Awesome Pro 6 and access to all their icons. Very useful. Yes, what does this do? Show J4 icons. Great. And I'll do that. Assign that to me. Create that task. Now, really though, why is that icon showing there, but it does not show in the does not show here? Okay, we will say it is short for standard. It probably is short for standard. Any guess? Do you think I'm right why that's not showing on there? Is because Font Awesome CSS is probably not being loaded. Let's view the page source. And let's go F3 to search for font. No, there's Font Awesome. Joomla font awesome. Let's see. Let's go. Oh, there's 1,300 references to the word font in here. Wow, let's go. Awesome. There's 3. 1, 2, 3. That's where he was. Why does the font not show up there? I wonder if this cookie thing has something to do with it. All right. Let's have some fun here. Let's go to our system, plugins. Yeah, okay. Let's scan for cookies, because now there'll be a font awesome one on there, right? Would there not be? And Michael's not sure where I am. I really have to unpublish this module now because this is too much to go through there. Click here to finish. All right, let's do this. Save and close. I'll show you where I am. System, extensions, manage, modules. I'm going to unpublish the standard icon display there. And we'll go here. We'll get rid of that top module. Now notice here on the home page, I can paste this here. Control V. The air freshener icon is being displayed right here. And we go inspect. And there it is. FA air freshener. And there it is. Great. But if I go click on the Hi article, oh, that's caching probably. Oh, I click on the Hi article and it is there, but before it wasn't. Was it because the module was? Maybe it was, oh, I don't know. Watch, let's publish the standard icons. And now when we go Control Shift and R, we get all the icons. And when I go down, oh, and it's there. Before it wasn't there. All right. What do we got here? 1257. Here. Let's take a look at one more new extension. At least one more. System. Extensions. And install extensions. I am losing my marbles. Install from web. Newest first. And that was that one there. Okay, mod as page. In some cases, let's see here. In some cases, you may want to display the module on a separate page instead of just inserting in the available position tab. But this extension is used to solve this problem. Name of the module. Display the module content as a standalone component. It does not depend on any extension. So that is from Joom Helper. They have 35 extensions. And this looks like for displaying a module. It's sort of like modules anywhere from regular labs. But that said, let's go to download, because here's a company I'm going to guess, Joom Helper, that has a lot of extensions and templates. Yeah, extensions. And they're putting together the whole system. So that's good. You know, like I said, can't blame a company for putting out a complete system of things. In fact, I think that, as you know, I've said this before, but we're going to see it more and more. Companies putting out entire systems that have everything, trying to get people paying those memberships so that they can use everything that works for them, instead of having a mix match of everything, a mix of extensions from lots of different places, which is great as long as your company keeps going, right? Now look at Joom Helper. Hey, just we'll see this down here. K2 to content migration. This tool used to import K2. This, I know that Joomla has this, but they also have this extension as well here. I'm interested to check that out. Migrate K2 articles, Joomla content. Interesting. All right. Well, I'm going to, I do want to check that out, so I'm going to make that a note of that as well. And I'm adding this task in behind here, but that's okay. Control V. And I'm going to, Friday, I'm just going to have a little session of reorganizing these, obviously, at some point. All right. Well, we made it through a couple of suggestions. We made it to 2 rows into this one. And here's some floating buttons for quickly go to a TikTok page. Why don't we view this? And then we'll be done. TikTok button from, who is this? iws.by. They have 28 extensions. Let's see the demo. An example of the module's operation displayed on the lower side of the screen as a floating and pulsating button. It means it's time to say goodbye to me again. And there it is, down here, a floating pulsating button. And if we click on that, it goes to the person's TikTok page. Someone suggested I should go on TikTok. Maybe Google Shorts. But we'll see. It just involves making more content. And who wants to see me dancing the floss dance anyways? All right. Well, everybody. Oh, my goodness. Bad hair day today. I may set up my new computer so I'm actually looking at the screen and looking up and talking to people instead. But we'll see. Anyways, okay. That will do it for today, I think. That was great. I enjoyed that. Yeah, it was a good session. Thanks, Bjorn. You are welcome. Enjoyed talking about what we talked about. Remember, next week, Ruud van Lent showing us how to set up an article paywall in Joomla using the core method, and also the payment method would be through OCH subscription. So I'm looking forward to that. Like I said earlier, happy summer, everybody. I hope it's a good summer, or happy winter, everybody, wherever you are. I think we're mostly Northern Hemisphere people here. And yes, Mary, nice to see you. You're welcome, Michael. And there we go. So everybody, as usual, I hope that wherever you are, be it morning, afternoon, evening, or tomorrow, that this finds you well. Until the next time, enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless. Yeah, that was kind of rough. I clicked the wrong button. All right, now we'll have some sad music. Some peaceful music.